Us two, and map with very fast rotations. You know, you do generally take control of mid, pass up short, take control of short. Sometimes go for the long, or even just get an AWP in long. Smoke the corner of long, flash over, take control of the initial part of long. Have your AWP jump into pit, hold the cross on a site, and then have everyone else rotate back towards mid, go up short, and try and split that way. Whole bunch of stuff you can do on your T and CT side, and we saw SKUM do previously was they had a player boost up mid. That was clean. As I was saying, they had a player boost up mid, and they took control of mid, and they've done the exact same here. They have so much presence over the map.
Engate trying to tap on away and unable to land up to his teammates' previous shots. Will eventually claw one back on towards Darcy's though, and we say claw back in a bit of an interesting way because it's all about countering the future trades, which are going to come on in from Logsy's and Zeo combined as Phil then finds another back on towards Dream, leaving Zeo and Logsy now in a bit of a predicament. They've got the bomb down, but they're trying to contest up against what will be a fairly healthy retake now, including the two-prong attack of Hawkins as he dives in towards long pit, and from there looks to tap away exceptionally crisp on towards Logsy. Screw the pronunciation, it doesn't even matter, the shot speaks for itself. There's Muffin. They're going to run from short, the knife is out, and they are going for this one, and it's going to happen. SKUM.
Yummy indeed. Yeah. These guys are crisp. They're hitting nice shots here. Team ace as well. One frag apiece for every single play, and a knife kill. But these players are crisp. They hit nice headshots. We saw that in the last map. Strategically, they're decent. They're definitely above average to what you're expecting from an entry-level UK team. So far, I'm very impressed in the way I've watched SKUM Gaming play Counter-Strike. Winning this pistol here, though, very important for your CT side. It's very easy to get stuck on a rut on your CT side. If you lose the pistol, lose the first buyer, and it goes to 0-5, you don't have your AWPs, you don't have the utility you need. The counter flashes for long, for example. Things do get very, very difficult.
Short aggression seems to be the call to be made by the terrorists, as they begin to at least move themselves up just step by step. Eventually going to walk dead set into the crosshair of SKUM, though. On their CT side, they look to be ever so consistent. Phil starts off strong. A single shot for him is enough to take down chosen player. That's Dream, right? Just to double check. I believe that's Dream. Activist.
Right? Yeah.
Activist is Dream, yeah?
Yep.
Phil to find himself another run towards Darcy's, though. Leaving Hawkins now spring into action towards mid, and well, there's not really too much they can do on this T-side, right, in terms of playing for a plant at this point. They're just getting kind of picked off and segregated, forced into these little cubes where they can't really escape. Every time they try and push an angle, they're constantly flashed off, and it's this constant kind of duration of, okay, well, you've got nowhere to go. Now you've got the bomb kind of left out and open. It's going to be always just be so difficult. Ryan will pick it up at least and find himself a bit of positivity in the round, but with 35 seconds rolling up, if they're going to force something, they need to do it now, and we'll say they as if, well, there's a group, but there's only one.
One isolated man, that is Ryan. Last alive here. Then again, this is the full eco, so not too much to read into this one. One kill isn't even the end of the world for them. Generally speaking, when you're the full eco, you generally get mauled by the rifles from long range. If Ryan could get a second kill, this would be, done and dusted, mission accomplished, and he does. Not too much else here for them. 2-0, the buy will come in. No AWP though for the T side, and actually 2.5k there on Dream. Dream did force buy, so could be seeing a Tech 9 for him. I just go fast up short, trying to see if there's any close range angles, but yeah, the Tech 9 on utility. Could even go out mid here. Lots of options, even a fast B split, but the way they are charging towards long, looking like some fast action here.
Nade already going to land at their feet. Logsy going to soak up the brunt of the damage for his lineup. Another nade thrown on through, and that could even be more so at this point as look at Dream, 39 HP. The B site is still going to be held nice and comfortably by the CTs, but it's not even going to be a worry for them. This minute they get the information that it's just this whole committal through long, well, that's when the curveball will finally land. Of course, Ryan is going to try and live up to that almost by short. He can get himself a singular pick here and there, perhaps play for a trade, that could be an advantage, but NK just playing close with his UMP, just tethering right on the edge, and he's checking these angles. He's going to spot him out right with his back turned. Upgrades to an AK is now Phil there to hold this angle with the UMP of his own. He's looking for the headshots, goes for the spray down, finds himself two, looking for the triple, does enough damage as well to then help his teammate Duck, who then comes in from short, and they all just get to bleed these turrets, these dynamic players who don't have to stress about behind them or what to the right of them. They just have to look dead set in front of them as they trust their teammates to cover those angles, and that's what's carrying them through right now. Team play being a very strong point for these guys. Zeo, the last man remaining, the last marble should we say, left to roll down this hill. He slowly but surely will creep up towards the site, creep up that ramp. Only so much he can do.
It says for me, enemies in disbelief from the CT side and SKUM on the T side. That is wrong, right? SKUM are 3-0 up.
I'm just going to assume that it's an EBOT thing.
Yeah, I remember the knife round. I'm getting the
the
pistol
round.
round.
If there's an admin listening, just kind of delve into EBOT and tap that button that says fixed sides. It will fix things.
Please, can you fix
just
that?
Just throwing that out there. EBOT fixed sides. It will solve your problems.
SKUM 3-0 in the lead here. And with the eco hit on the side of enemies in disbelief, we could be seeing the 4-0 head start already. Ray comes through, doesn't connect it. Damage players up short. I have some information here, but it's looking like they could burst towards mid and short.
Just looking for a nade right now. Just think about it. A single frag grenade landing at Dancy's. That could take not only Dancy's, but then if that takes Logsy with him, there's so much value in that. Yet again, it's the fact that although he didn't connect them, he still found himself value. There's that first pick now on towards Dream. Logsy's, he's going to try and creep out mid with pretty much nothing to play with. He's going to find one shot, but that's enough for SKUM to still be able to respond with his duck can flick back down to his leg, and they can shoot his toe for all they care, and he will still fall. Meaning these pistols struggle to even break those boundaries and get close, let alone play for a win. As Ryan going to drop into CT, but that's as predictable as ever. SKUM will take full advantage of that, dropping them dead, denying any sort of idea behind a bomb plant. Enemies in disbelief. So far, not the start they were searching for.
All players staying alive for enemies' disbelief. Money going strong here. Got to build up the bank. You can't allow your economy to be dented by those pistol frags onto you. Staying now 4k, 6k as well on NK, and nearly 7k there for Muffin. So money is strong. And SKUM Gaming semicolon MP underscore team name.
That's what they call quality happening.
Is currently 4-0 in the lead.
Gotta love those commands, Wiz. Don't worry, someone will get there in the end. Someone will enter it. Just the semicolon doesn't quite work. You have to kind of put the name in colons, Wiz. Thought it was good fun, right?
Blake to the admin desk. Blake to the admin desk, please.
Man, I'll just hop on EBOT right here. Just give me a sec. Make it happen.
Good push here. The information.
There you have it. Scripted. Standard stuff. One concern could be Dream with his ADP. Has to land a quick flick. Quite able to get it off though. And then Kate in return did a plan just right off through the smoke, and that leaves Zio in a bit of a predicament now with Dancy's, right? Because his position is going to be known, so he kind of decides to fall back. The bomb is still kind of curved around that corner. Where do they go from here at a 4v2, 50 seconds on the clock?
They can't really group up. The bomb is isolated. You need that player towards long to push and try and get an entry towards short and take the attention off of the CT players. There you go. And now Zio should be able to push here and get the frag. That means the bomb can go down. He can plant. He can't really plant for platform. He can actually plant for platform and the AWP. If he plants to the right here, he does. Bomb is planted for Dancy's AWP. Very hard round now for the CTs to win.
Lots of them going out towards the site could pretty much force Zio out of position. It's going to do exactly that. Utility is key for the CTs, it seems. There's then a flash towards long. They're going to try and use that to peek in towards Pit. They already spotted him out. They know exactly where he's going for. The bomb, as you say, not going to be planted.
It's
Defused.
not platform.
Now going to be stuck. Dancy's no, he has to push on forward. All they have to do is Hawkins just there to hold him off. Dancy's missing a crucial shot. He's the Hawkins. Oh, he may miss a couple himself, may make a bit of a blubber of things, but he's still able to close it down. SKUM Gaming, 5-0. Enemies in disbelief still punching pretty much the nothing land at this point, as rounds don't seem to be working out in their favour. One thing is for certain, they keep getting the stabilisation of bomb plants, which therefore keeps getting them these buys.
Yeah, the core must have been planted for long, but was actually planted for platform. Up in the pushing through for the B tunnels, gets 2 frags from as well. Hawkins to help him out. Nice 3k there from him. The force buy does not come to fruition for enemies in disbelief. Or enemies of disbelief, it says on the top right. Admins?
We don't need of in. They're all the same, right?
No, I'm just pulling their leg. 6-0.
Make them work hard, you know?
Yeah, 6-0. Buy does come in. Again, another buy if enemies disbelief. They keep forcing, they keep buying, but nothing be working for them. Tag down to Muffin, that's something, but there's no players there towards me to back it up just yet.
The utility here and there expended towards long. One key difference though this time around, which is actually, I think it's pretty important, more important than you originally think, is that SKUM Gaming actually haven't been able to do early damage to the side of enemies in Disbelief, right? They've not been able to use their utility, their frag grenades to knock down a couple of players to 50 HP, so they've lost a lot of that early round value. So I actually think this could kind of help at least dictate a chance on the board now for the terrorists to try and get themselves this push. Of course, instead of just going for a flat-out long aggression, they are going to be splitting in through short as well, which means they have to tackle the beast that is NK, cut off one of his many heads. Theo is going to make that happen, but unfortunately, reappearance from CT is enough to find the trade to keep things well and truly favouring the CTs at this point, as they now know that both have crossed through to CT. They know the position of Zeo on short. The only question that remains now is, how does SKUM Gaming want to approach this? Hawkins deciding, you know what, I'm just going to peek Zeo. I'm confident I can land this. I can take this headshot, and he does just that. Doesn't need his teammates' support. As then they're going to peek him further, and Molotov throwing in his reactive play. Still more than happy to just keep on whittling them down, find these trades for him. Ryan snapping to the heads. Making this one very, very doable actually for Ryan.
Oh my
He's going to crack straight to the head of Duck as well, closes it out for the team. A triple kill for him, and in a very weird way, because honestly, he shouldn't have been allowed that last frag. Very interesting that that final player, Duck, I believe it was stuck just on top of that wall in there.
Again, very highly skilled plays here from Ryan. The problem is, though, is it repeatable? Will they get reset into this round? P90 on Logsy and a scout again on Dances. It's not what you want. Then plays towards lower tunnel. This could be potentially a B split here, and I actually like that call. The problem is Dance's scout. In an AWP here, this would be perfect. Peek towards back boxes, peek towards the platform. Back boxes, peek towards the back box. And
Just
the
peek
platform.
something.
Yeah, peek something, try and get a frag.
Kind of pry it open. Open that can, see what you can pluck on out, and if you can't get something, then just try and steal it back Shuck again. But at least you've made that attempt, I think, at the end of the day, is kind of what you're aiming for there. Right now, it's going to give him free reign. They nearly line up for him, but just off the back of the stack of players, they will get that pick. Zeo and Dances combining to make it happen. They don't quite know the position of Hawkins, though, and that's going to quite pay into their favour as he peeks on out, lines him up again, finds himself even more, looking for the quadra kill. He is going to get traded out eventually by Ryan. And Dream as they will combine. Dream comes in from CT, plows on forward, leaving NK now. Keep the Dream well and truly alive for the CTs in terms of the 7-1 there. Economy reset, per se. Ryan Peak's window right now. This could be very, very uncomfortable timing.
You read it like a book. Wow. The reset now for Enemies Disbelief. The bomb goes down. That'll be something. They're going to have to force into this one. They're only going to get about 2.2, 2.3k. Yeah, 2.2k on Logsy, 2.2 as well on Dancy. So, Tech 9 armor, potentially split B through mid. Could even go fast and short, smoke short, flash over, jump CT, try and get aggressive in their faces. Problem is that after plants towards A with Tech 9s is so difficult because of the long angles from short and long. Best bet, probably a B split through mid.
Gotta really give it to SKUM though at this point.
Or just throw away your life.
They've been able to get these early picks over and over again, and if they don't get an early pick, they get early damage. They really have dictated the style of play that enemies have been able to kind of explore almost. Certainly a bit repetitious, and kind of we're even getting stuck in our own loops sometimes. A couple of blunders on our side as well, but
Knife. Oh!
Eagle shot. Not quite a knife, but still interesting nonetheless. And yeah, I think going back to the point though, I think you have to give this SKUM Gamer right now on their CT side. If they can keep this up, we're looking at one hell of a disastrous half for enemies to kind of really handle. Very uncomfortable for them. Just pistols. Of course, they do have the M4 now on towards Ryan, but you can't write off these players. You can't write off the CT side and go, okay, they've got one or two picks towards long. They've got close to the site. Oh, they've got close. Well, fortunately, close isn't quite close enough. They still have a lot more work to do. Darcy is going to be doing some work. Zeo just with the Tech 9 as well on towards Hawkins, and it's damage. I'm more than happy with damage. But SKUM Gaming have the economy to handle all of this.
Yeah, damage is great and all, but the problem is when you're 8-1 down, you need rounds ASAP.
Exactly, and the biggest thing as well, as I kind of just touched on as well, is it's not like SKUM Gaming are not going to be able to replenish everything they've just lost. Yes, their economy is not, built up into the hundreds of thousands or anything crazy. Yes, it's been fairly costly. They are only at, what, $1,650, $100 on Phil, $850 on Hawkins. But at the end of the day, it's still them on rifles. It's still them now looking to close out this next buy round. 8-1. We keep looking at a very, very disastrous half as mentioned. 14-1 is well and truly on the table.
Could definitely end very badly. Typically speaking, on Dust 2, team is highly skilled. They can get a lot of rounds on the T side, especially if they're playing versus players who aren't at that level individually, right? They've got good aim, good mechanics. But Dream, he's tearing them apart, getting very greedy here. Very greedy. But it pays off.
I think it's what they need, though. They need someone to pop off, bring some confidence, bring something that's out of the box, that's different from what SKUM would expect. Something they can't just sit there and watch a demo and say, okay, these are the options they've got.
No, you're right.
The concern would be the reset. I think that has to be kind of interjected here. It's only been 2 rounds since enemies found their last round. But this will be kind of that third now, that tertiary, where they get things to what will more likely be 8-2. I can't imagine Phil will be able to do anything too much in
he
here.
needs to save. This is so important he saves this.
But on that point, similar to how the reset was crucial just 2 rounds ago in that 8th round, it's going to be just as crucial now, right? Because if they get reset here, we are looking at what will probably be a 13-2. I don't think we could predict anything other unless we see another huge performance of an individual like Dream just popping off.
Yeah.
I don't think an 11-4 is doable if they get reset, honestly.
Well, we are about to find out. Very strong AWP play there from Dream. Finds the pick over the mid smoke. He finds the kill close mid as well, towards the left side there.
Though? Just to interject there as well, is Dream's play just to push mid,
yeah,
get that close pick, and then push on CT?
Yeah. I think that's, if you watch Guardian play, that's 2.
There's your response.
Or was that completely, was that luck or was that, did he peek
That was
in?
him straight through the smoke peek.
Yeah, okay.
Happy days.
Okay, so it was a lucky shot then. I was looking at my notes, apologies. But, repeatable. If you watch Guardian play Dust 2, he does the exact same thing. He holds the top of the mid smoke, the left side, because generally the player towards the B ramp will sugar peek it. He then goes out mid doors and he tries to find the kill. That's exactly what he did there. He has a flash for his teammate. Dream didn't have a flash, but you know, concept still applies.
I think the crucial thing and the crux of the situation though is the reset isn't going to roll on in. So I mean, they aren't going to be caught in a pretty kind of uncomfortable spot. Instead, they get to now build their way into things. And you know, considering it's going to be what 8-3 now, Duck doing some damage here and there, but 8-3 nonetheless. It's a bit of a role reversal from saying it could be a 13-2 or anything like that to actually, hold on a second now, we could be looking at an 8-7. It's very momentum based and it's very swing backwards and forwards, I feel. I don't think it's, you know, something you can be almost put your finger on and say, okay, this is how it's going to go. Of course, you look at the economy of SKUM and it gives you that kind of thought process that they really can't afford to do too much at all. They're still going to this with careful, just going to buy down to almost that 2k marker. But for the most part, more than likely guaranteed a forfeit for enemies. Duck, though, starting off strong.
You say that.
Ryan, what was that? What was the thought process there? That was, yeah, I'm just going to push through for no reason. Muffin going to find himself another with the CZ. Dream, yes, picks off one, but misses the crucial shot there on towards Hawkins. Gives him an opportunity now to bring the fight close and personal. They combine it across fire. Muffin just another. What am I watching, Snuts?
It's like the same spray. He double dinks both of them. That's very strange. So, in the qualifiers, everybody thought Muffin was cheating. His aim was so good, no one had ever heard of him. Manchester, English born and bred, 3.7k hours. That's a lot of hours into the game and to not be known yet. Still though, very strong aim there for him.
How many times is Dream going to land that shot? Absolutely beautiful stuff from him to be able to claim that mythic for the last couple of rounds in a row. Let's see if he can keep it going though. At least is Duck going to find the trade. Young Ryan is going to check the corner. I don't know what I'm watching right now. This is some very different counter-strike.
This is some very different. To what we saw in the first 2 maps, these games are very, very different.
You know what? I think I'm going to describe this as this is pre-made matchmaking.
Excuse me?
This is pre-made matchmaking. It's effectively a 10-man at this point, looking at the plays that I'm seeing. Players hopping around with AWPs, rifles, just pushing at angles without too much care in the world, not even needing flashes. It feels like a 10-man. Just with a little bit more structure here and there in a couple of the rounds. And the early days seem much better.
That round of the round before, I would agree with you. But I mean, SKUM Gaming, they do show cohesion, team play, and skill. It's just enemies of disbelief, you know. They're a group of friends, and then they're playing with 2 stand-ins, Ryan and Zio. So, you can't expect a lot from them. The 1 win they got already, fair enough. They're currently 2-1. But they still have this final map here to play out, and it's looking like it could be 2-2 for them. Their first week record. Question for you: who do you reckon's going to take UKGT?
What, the entire like LAN finals and everything? Or this match, or what are we looking at here?
Easy, mate. We might have a while here to wait.
Okay then.
How
about a think? Bear with me for a second. Because there are a couple of teams that I think I'd expect to be up there, like the likes of kind of FM. You know, I would have liked to have seen
more from Heinz. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's Endpoint or FM. Heinz. I mean, the finals for this is relatively soon, I believe. So Heinz would have that many weeks of practice or that long to be drilled in.
I've got the standings up now as well, which comes in rather useful.
Sure.
Which name screams to me though is the question. I would say like from bottom to top, I'm well and truly looking at Rasta Gaming being kind of down there. But of course, UFrag will sit below, or URAG as it's spelled on UKCSGO. That's okay. UFrag will of course be at the bottom because they're going to be defaulting all their games now. Rasta Gaming will then.
They're not playing anything. Is UFrag not playing?
Well, they've folded. There's a complete fold.
Yeah, but they got invited to this tournament. Are they not going to have any roster?
Buys all the way through from what we've heard from production, so that's been clarified. So it is going to be them.
What do they mean by buys all the way
through? It's effectively defaults, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's effectively the same thing. Defaults all the way through. So it'll be UFrag, Rasta. Then we're probably looking at kind of a mixture between, possibly Impulse, maybe.
I reckon Impulse are better than SKUM. Oh,
yeah,
actually,
I don't know.
That's very
I feel like it
close,
literally depends on who comes onto the server server in that day and who plays the better CS on that day. I feel like on a Monday they may beat them. On a Tuesday, who knows?
Who knows? Who else?
In terms of the top two, though, I definitely think that in the top two. Yeah. I kind of want to see a little bit from Kaz in there, maybe rivaling for that third place spot.
Oh, we've seen Kaz already get 16 forward in EPS by Heinz. That game meant more than the league stage of this.
For sure. Either way, though, we are back in the action, and we've all got a bit of a buy for ourselves here, Stars, because nothing really has happened.
Isn't it? Yeah. Quite surprising in UKCS. Generally, the round's already over 20 seconds in.
Dantes as well. Unfortunately, no quick flick with the AWP down mid. Philip, maybe there with the M4 towards A to beat his anchor. Trying to claim the life of Logsy and does a bit of damage here and there, but just walks dead set into his crosshair for one final time. Logsy exceptionally crisp on the second shot on towards Dark. Looks for a third into CT. Logsy, how are you getting away with this now? It's going to be Dream over towards B, bearing down upon Hawkins. It's going to be
very fast.
9-5. Slow, but steady. The Tortoise pulling on forward, it seems. 9-5 is the scoreline. The economy of SKUM is shattered. Thousands of pieces. 9-6. Oh, should almost be guaranteed.
Oh, good tag there from Dream. Another nice shot for him. Hawkins down to 37 HP, crossing over towards B. 3 players pushing out towards long with the bomb. Oh, this is how it happened last time. This is exactly how it happened last time.
I like this, is all I'm saying. Don't let this happen to you, enemies in display.
Oh, the dink! Oh my goodness.
Still gets the frag though. The frag still goes into the court of the terrorists. Should just be able to get this bomb down. And all they have to do is hold. That's all they have. It's such a simple job. They don't even have to worry about saving, Sods. It's literally hold these angles, get those headshots. Barrels plays right into the hands of Logsy when he's feeling keen. NK gonna find himself shot with the deagle though. On towards Logsy, straight through inside of that one. Will kill his teammate in the same process though, and that'll allow enemies in disbelief to hammer this one home. Zeus in hand. It is going to be 9-6. What a comeback from enemies in disbelief to bring it back. Gotta be said.
I forgot. FM aren't in UKGT, are they? They didn't play the qualifiers.
Huh. I was even looking at the standings.
Yeah, someone just mentioned it. Yeah. I mean, there's 3 leagues. You're playing Monday EPS. Oh, what's the update? Sorry, I'm talking to production. UFrag are staying together and they shall play through UK gaming tours. You've heard it here first, boys. Yeah. Leaked.
Go back to my point though. That's why I do kind of still lean towards the likes of Endpoint definitely being up there. I expect to see Endpoint, at the LAN finals almost guaranteed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but that's why I think Kaz Esports, you can look towards the likes of Kaz and Barrage and CX to really provide the entertaining factors in this league. And UKGT is going to be a bit of an interesting mock-up to see where FM slot into things because they might not be competing into it, as you mentioned, but they can kind of see where they slot in others as well. Ryan going to find himself one. Dancy's a double kill for him with the USB. Looking for a third now will be Ryan though as he taps on forward. Making it work. Ever so crisp, ever so beautiful. That's triple kill for Ryan, a double kill for Dancy's. 9-7.
What was it? Heck. Oh, there's probably an issue with TeamSpeak or something. Although, yeah, just to clarify as well, UFrag have folded. They are just playing through UK GT tours. This is something to do. So, but yeah, technical pause right now. That pistol, I mean, when you go for the B play like that, generally what happens is, or what, you know, when you watch G2 do that strat, they'll have the smoke out of the B tunnel, they'll flash out and they'll jump through the smoke to eliminate the chance of being headshot initially as they're running towards the site through the tunnel. Because it's very easy to land those headshots when they're just running through a tight chokehold like that.
Yeah, chokehold's always a very valid point. Of course, Dust doing a map as well. You have to. You alright?
I thought you said something else then, don't worry.
I was going to say that Dust 2, one of those maps you really have to mention is that as much as we talked quite a lot about tactics and about how these teams have brought something slightly different to the table for us to watch in terms of CS today, one of the big things about Dust 2 is it is very much main-based. You really have a big opportunity to take those individual fights. There's 1 versus 1s, there's 2 versus 2s. You know, see it straight down mid here, Muffin with the Deagle, just literally just standing proud almost up against Dancy's, who gives him the win with the Angel, as he just can't find it with the Deagle. And that kind of does set the scene almost for Dust 2 in terms of where these players and how kind of the respect they have for these angles. And that's why we are seeing a lot of quick short faces and quick long faces and these just aggressive peaks. Because that's Dust 2. That's exactly what the map is all about.
I mean, generally speaking, you are seeing heavy aggression towards short. Many times, a lot of the T defaults for many of the top teams is flash up short, take control of short with Molotovs. You can molly out the little cubby there. Flash tube members up through there, then you flash through the mid double doors, check close mid, and that's when you can do whatever you want. You can smoke mid to B, go mid to B. You can smoke, still do the mid to B smoke, go up short, smoke, flash over, jump into CT because mid to B is smoked off. You're isolated on a CT. So much you can do from there. Whole bunch of plays you can make, and Dream has a USP and nothing else.
Duck gotta find himself a quick trade. But these rifles should just swing in from long, and it's going to be just a complete Age of Reckoning. Darcy's going to find himself the double kill. Logsy, a double kill for him with the FAMAS. There you have it, 9-9. Come on, looking like it's well and truly going to be hammered home.
Five AKs hit for the T side. All of them marching as well towards the B bomb side. This could be a fast play. This could be a fast B split. Oh, the auto. Is that an auto? What's tagging him? Oh, is this an AK tapping through the door? Okay, I thought there's a lot more damage there. Already out B though.
Yeah, already out B, looking to really play with confidence at this point as they try and catch Ryan off guard. He lands a quick flip with the 8-0. He already starts off strong, but can't find a second, as it is going to be Philip to respond now. Nade over the wall, flash to provide entry. The pathway in the making. Stream and to lead the charge. Phil looking to spray down for a double kill. There to aid him, should I say. Zeo now to wrap him from tunnels. And NK is going to hold it ever so tightly, giving SKUM their first round to break it back 10-9. It's been a while since we've seen them really at an advantageous point. It's kind of nice to see them at least have something to play with, but their economy has always been shaky. It still remains that way. And Enemies in Disbelief have brought double AWPs to the table.
Yeah, they've just been met by a very fast play, and now they're opting to go for the double AWP setup. So, if SKUM Gaming meet them again with some aggression, oh, the boost up short. There's no one lower tunnel though. But this AWP and this player as well could definitely get caught off guard.
Dancy is just holding the angle, nice and patient. Just net him to pick on towards Hawkins. Really just simple stuff. Logsy and Zeo are still holding ever so tightly, just pretty much waiting to see, okay, are SKUM going to face any more? You know, they're going to look to try and force the trade through the smoke. That's not going to happen. Seems to be the case of just, okay, well, let's see if we can probe towards long. Let's see if, you know, the C decide are going to get overzealous. Perhaps they're going to push with this. But I don't think when I look at the players of like Dancy and Co, I don't think they are going to be those sort of guys who will just decide, you know what, we've just got to pick. Oh, let's push through tunnels now. Let's push through long. No, all they're going to do is just hold on their CD side, run down that clock. Bear on, there's only 50 seconds left, nods. This push almost certainly going to be lining up now.
Yeah, they're in T spawn, so a push lining up is going to be a long time in the making. He's doing Molotov towards B.
It's got to go towards B though, almost certainly. They push very much in towards tunnels
now. They have mollies done. They have mollies themselves, so they can smoke out, molly back plat, or just peek it with an AWP, which they shall do. Dream falls.
Duck starting off strong. Flash, though, going to go straight through those doors. It's going to blind practically every single player on the site now, as they are going to be just lining up almost for a double kill there, just opening the doors for Ryan to find himself that trade. Muffin aiding him yet again, the dynamic duo. Zio and Dancy's are the last two remaining. They come in from tunnels. Zio there to find one, quickly traded back by Filler yet again. Dancy's lurking around the shadows with this AWP. Tries to fire a shot through the door, doesn't quite land. A flash to go on over by Filler. Clearly toying with the idea of going aggressive. An idea that will lead him right to his very own death.
11-9. We saw this happen last game on Cobblestone. Scum at 11. Enemies in disbelief at 9. And somehow they managed to claw it back and win 16-14. Potentially seeing a repeat. Second game in a row. And again though, enemies in disbelief, they weren't on a full eco. Well, that may be a major factor.
Couple of flashes expended towards mid Lugsy. Maybe they're trying to make the most of it. Yep, snapping right on towards one head, and that's good. It's a good start, but getting the second, that's when it really gets just that little bit better. As Duck going to find himself 2, makes that to 3. Now looking for the 4th, and he's going to land every single shot flawless from him. He tots it all up and walks away happy as ever. 12-9 now is the scoreline. Scum Gaming looking to really branch forward. And even in disbelief, now is a good time to start to wake up a little bit if you felt like you were going to contest this map.
Pressure's definitely on right now for enemies in disbelief. No orbs this time on a map like Dust 2, that's so important. Oh, look at the rush towards B again. Is it going to happen another time? Oh my goodness.
Seems to be a bit of an age-old saying at this point. The smoke back towards door. Bomb. Trying to put down by Muffin. He's going to plant that one. No response yet from the CT side. They're lining up to go aggressive, though. A nade yet again going to land almost at the feet of Dancy's. Seems to fall just a second short, though, as the morph towards windows to burn away. A resmoke back. And this retake looking to be more and more difficult. And look at the amount of time SKUM are forcing enemies in disbelief to waste. Already pretty much backing off now for the save. Just the sheer amount of utility that SKUM had on that site. Pretty much won them the round.
Another rush towards B, and another round 1 for Scum Gaming. Could be... I mean, 3 rifles are going to be saved for the CT side. They've lost 3, now 4 rounds in a row, so they will get 2.9k. So, Dream can drop... Yep, Dream can drop just by 100. Oh, he died. He can't drop. Famasses. 3 rifles and 2 Famasses is all that they're going to be able to play with here. You could save this and try win from 14-9, but that's still a very, very difficult position to get yourself out of. Will be the, actually, yeah, the quasi-bite. They go for the safe option.
I think the safe option, actually, as much as it's a risk, it's the one playing for longevity, which, if they go all in right now and lose, we could be well and truly looking at the end of the match. So I kind of am behind this. I think I do like this. I think it fits the team as well. But Duck with his AWP has been absolutely on fire, and he's doing it again. Opens it up with an initial pick. Now he's going to try and hunt down for a second. You can see Dancy's trying to make something work towards shot through the smoke on towards Hawkins. He leaves 1 life bare. But is he able to really do too much else? 4v4. At least the equalization has been scored. Waiting to see where this bomb is going to head towards, because B-side has been very, very faithful for Scum. They've been able to win practically every single time they've got on there.
Every time.
To be very, very weak. And if I'm looking towards bad, or Zio in this case, sorry, and saying, you know what? Fitting to the name almost, that B-side hold has been bad. What is he going to do to fix that?
Rotation from B ramp going towards the B doors. Good timing to give up mid. Going for the 2-0-2 setup. That's what you want to do when you are the man down on the CT side. What is that? Did they not give the information he gave up mid?
Seems the calls have not quite gone out, and from there, well, don't know what is going on. Zio is going to find himself a double kill though, which is a big impact for a B-site hold, meaning that Phil has his work cut out for him now in tunnels. Has to go and reach back for that bomb, and from there, 20 seconds to play for a site. Clearly no idea for enemies in disbelief where the bomb is, which is perfect for Phil. But he still has to win this 1v1 up against Zio. Just peeking into upper tunnels now. Can't afford to waste his time. Has to take the fight. And Zio is going to land a stray headshot.
But we could have shut
him down.
Thinking back to the last map. Do you remember how hard Scum Gaming threw that 1 versus 3 pistol? And for them to lose 16-14. Imagine again if these thrown rounds could potentially leave them at loss at 60-14 again. I mean, you have the 2-man advantage there. Found 2 frags towards mid and B, and then somehow Zeo's able to get 2 frags and no trade towards B tunnel. Very, very, very questionable plays here from both teams.
Indeed. DD side, of course, looked to try and claw their way into this. 13-10. Only 3 rounds difference now, so that's not kind of the be all end all of life. That's something that always can be fought back. Every single round counts. 3 is the difference for SKUM to win, and 3 is the difference for the comeback to happen for enemies, just to get that equalization point again, that ever so coveted scoreline. Changes here and there. I like the fact that actually Zeo swapped over towards A, and they've kind of changed up this B site hole, just trying to kind of rotate in a bit of fresh blood, see if that can help make a difference, make this B site just that little bit less vulnerable.
It worked.
And it's doing the job, so I do like that. I think that's nice and smart adaptation. And that's not knocking on individual players, that's just kind of going, okay, you know what, I can't hold this, or I need more support to hold this. Perhaps if we give 2 teammates and put them there instead, and I play here, that is better off. And it's a smart play for anyone who's in disbelief all in all. There's a Molotov to go back down towards mid, and they're looking to really run down this clock, though. That's their last Molotov. It's pretty much the last part of their utility, aside from a couple of flashes. They still get to push.
This is going to get very risky right now. There cannot be any mistakes for SKUM Gaming, because one setback will be the loss of the round. 25 seconds. They're pushing through mid with the bomb. 3 players. Zeo's blind. On the edge of the smoke gets 1. He needs to be traded against the headshot. Eventually gets traded though. And the entry towards B again. 14 seconds. Dream. I don't think he's got a shot actually. If he just played the time, he wins. What?
Bomb's going to get planted. He is going to lose his life off the back of that still. But it's a bomb plant. Like, that's actually value for the economy of SKUM. That's actually really huge for them.
Yeah, Dream there. He didn't get spotted out by the first player. Could have waited a little bit. That's a bit nitpicky. At the end of the day, he played well, won the round. But 11 seconds left. You definitely have time to peek Dream there at car. And definitely, that's quite an easy angle. If you're window and you know the player's car, that's quite an easy swing, like to pre-aim. So, I don't know how I feel about that one. Then again, he would have been in the 1 versus 2, so that would have been very difficult at low HP anyway. So, 13-11, SKUM 2 rounds in the lead. Another buy, Tech9, SMG on NK, and then money is low. They need to win this one. They've lost 2 in a row.
Diving through the flames there, looking to just not even care about the damage, more just pry their way on the site as quick as anything. As Hawkins with the Tech 9 is going to find one, but off that to kind of delayed aggression, they even see the rotate start to take place. They decide, actually, you know what, let's just hold things back for a second, let's slow this down. And I like that. I think that plays into the hands almost of their lineup. I'm stuck with the AWP. They're finding the shot right on towards Ryan. Picks are plenty, as now they can go back on towards short. Now they know that at A site is just that little bit weaker. Hawkins, he's ready to dive in towards CT. That's pretty much his job at this point, right? Dive down, catch off dances, and if he can drop the AWP, I feel for the CTs, because I do not want to be them when they're dealing with this push. The flash on towards the B site still needs to take place. It is going to be a quick one coming in. Dream to find the first, make that a second, spraying even for the third at this point. Muffin is there to at least seal it out and stop minimal impact. Dancy's there with the AWP, has not fallen. Hawkins though comes in from behind, but it's all but too late now. Zeo versus Hawkins. The bomb dropped on the site. But look at Zeo. He's running in towards lower tunnels. Does he actually know what's going on?
Markle here, but eventually Hawkins is going to understand what the hell is going on. Once he spots there's no one tunnel, he's going to anticipate the play towards mid. Oh, he's not going to peek, is he? Has he got an idea about what's going on? This flash could be good. Flash through the door, it's going to catch Zeo. Oxy doesn't know.
Hawkins doesn't want to go aggressive for either. He's just holding the angles, looking for shots, whips out the Tech 9, lands the first shot, lands a second, misses a couple more off the back of that, but eventually he is able to close him down, shut down the distance, use the Tech 9 AWP. Tool not quite needed, as 14-11 is going to be the scoreline. Look at the economy of enemies in disbelief. It is complete disarray almost. You've got an AWP on Dancy's, but then $2,000 here and there. They're back to a point of, okay, shaky pistols. DZ on Ryan. On just at 5-7. They do still have the 2 rifles in play. Dancy's starting off strong though. He picks apart NK's life vultures in the making. Look to snap down on their opposition and at least make this one seem just a little bit more competitive now. SKUM just 2 away from ending tonight's matches.
So 1 minute 30 on the clock. They have plenty of time to work with. Decide where they eventually want to hit. And again, by the fact these players are going low tunnel, the bomb is above top mid. And like potentially play up short. They have nades and an AWP. You can smoke off long, smoke the top of short, boost your AWP over it, peek towards the A site, but look at the crunch from the CTs. Oh, now they've gone back. Cool.
I was looking at it. I was like, I'm
You know what?
trying
As
to
a caster,
identify
yeah,
this crunch.
As a caster, you try and set things up, right? You try and set things up for the hype. And now Hawkins is going to right click and left click. Right. No? Is that CT play not going to face? I'm trying. Honestly, I'm trying. Okay.
I feel like these last 2 maps have been a bit of a struggle, really, haven't they?
I'm really, yeah.
A bit up and down.
I thought they were going to push long. It's such a good play, but instead they get a bit cold feet there. Enemies of disbelief. If they let one round slip, they will eventually be at match point, up against match point. Don't want to make the play. They're a bit scared to. Now they push through long. Good call here.
They've left a gap though. Dancy's going to take
God.
more than happy advantage of this one. Finds us a 1. Looks for a second though. Fuller is going to be there to punish him with the rifle. Hawkins returning it on towards Logs as well. A bit of a
Logs.
pushing through the smoke though. It's going to be Dream. Well, he will be put to sleep at this point. It is going to be just Ryan left to clutch a 1 versus 1. Phil, pretty damn on point, it has to be said. Ryan there with the ADP there just to hold the angle, waiting to see if the overface is going to come in. Whips out the CZ, tries to go aggressive, and he's going to go for the parkour route here. He's just going to jump it down, make it happen. There you have it. Now looks to get on the bomb, Ryan. Just there we go. But it is going to be enemies in disbelief picking up another round. Yeah.
14 to 12 now. Money on the side of Scum Gaming is... Oh, wow. I was about to say is still strong, but... They're going to have to go for a quasi-buy here. Buy to the next one. We're going to be seeing 14-13 unless something crazy happens. They could go fast towards B. It's been working. The smoke there. Smoke the, initial part of B. Flash, jump through the smoke. Try and surprise the players towards B. But Zia there, the Mag 7. This could end very, very badly for Scum Gaming if they do opt to go towards B.
Need to go down towards short, but it's all but useless. The bloodbath is going to be B, and look at the CT side. Complete annihilation. Scum just blown off in the wind and said, you know what, why did you even bother trying? Just let it happen on these pistols. The buy rounds is the only time you can actually put up a real fight, and well, let's see if that's got any truth to it, as the AWP is of course going to fall back into the arms of Duck. He's going to be standing there ever so gracefully looking to find himself that mid pick, and then from there try and pull even further forward as the smoke to go down. Does go for the shot until a little too late. That doesn't get him a tag at all, or if anything. Philip going to probe in towards lower tunnels, and aggression seems to be the aim of the game for enemies in disbelief. Well, seemingly, he told me the idea of just pushing through tunnels for a second there.
No play again. Orp on Dance is finally in the proper position towards car. In peak towards mid. This is, the general CT setup. One player long, one player CT, one player car with the Orp. 2 towards B. Problem with this setup though is a smoke towards mid B, a flash into mid, and a good B split could definitely end the game here for enemies of disbelief if Scum Gaming want to opt for that. Instead though, big drive face into Dance's Orb. This could be 14-14. That's where the pressure's on, and we saw what happened last time at 14-14. Enemies of disbelief, they didn't crumble under the pressure, they leaned into it. Took that round. So 4 players up short. Muffin now towards long, he can throw a flash over and get some attention away, and already Dancy's is dead!
Dancy's is dead, Dream is dead, they are all but dead. Logsy's
Dream is dead.
One man with the Dream to try and kind of hold it back is over towards long. But little does he know, he's the next man with an axe hanging over his head. It splits his skull right in half. Leaving just Zio and Ryan to kind of go, okay, hold on a second. Where did my team just go? What's going on right now? They've pretty much wrecked. There's nothing they can do. They might as well just save.
Yeah, at this point, it's 13. You still have... Look at the money, right? 2.2k, 2,000. You're going to get 1.4k there on Logsy, so he won't have enough to buy full up. You need to have the save here. Save the rifle from Ryan. Can Ryan still drop a gun? Yeah, so he can drop this one, buy himself a rifle. As long as it's safe here, they can still fight for OT. 15-13, 2 rounds separating these two teams. Scum Gaming at match point, though. I mean, Dancy's there with the AWP, not connecting the shot, and instead dying straight away. That was literally the A site given up, and the round over, and potentially the comeback forfeited. They can't seal the deal here in this one, and we could be seeing the first overtime. Well, I say overtime, they don't exist here. The first draw of the night.
Very interesting to see how this is going to go. Of course, it is going to be activists.
Nice.
Lead the charge Dream, landing all those shots. Good start. The Rifles almost certainly hungry to trade this one back as they go aggressive towards long as smoke to go down. Have they made a blunder with this cross smoke? The answer is no. It's completely going to be covered. But then look to take advantage that they punish Dream on towards short. And AWP completely dropped out of the round now. And they do it though, of course. Darcy's has got one as well. Trying to make it work from CT. Just tapping on through. Will be Logsy with the pistol. Unable to land these shots either. I mean, SKUM Gaming now very much set up to take this. The shotgun Azia will try and go aggressive. They should really go for a boost here. It feels like that would almost be common sense. But instead they're kind of toying with just jumping around. That bomb's going to keep on ticking. You're running out of time. You need to go for this. I feel like at this point he's heard it all. He's one step ahead. The noise, a dead giveaway. There's another flash to go on off Ryan. He's going to find himself at least one trade. That's the bare minimum. Duck is holding the ankle, and Snods, I can't see this happening anymore. I think it's all but done.
And potentially Dust 2 did. But that didn't really make sense, did it? Anyway, Duck in the 1 versus 2. Will fall. Sorry. Well, he will fall, but Dances falls as well. 16-13. Game is done and dusted. That's what I was going for there, but... Won't play aside. It's going to be 1-1 in terms of maps. SKUM Gaming are 2-2 in the league, and so are Enemies' Belief. So in terms of the leagues, or the league standings, it doesn't really change too much.